Welcome to today's explainer. Look, today we're going to completely flip the script on how we look at failure, struggle, and well, hitting rock bottom. We're diving deep into a really fascinating short text called The Resilience of the Downward Path. Our goal? To figure out exactly how we can reframe life's completely unavoidable setbacks into our absolute most powerful catalysts for evolution. If you've ever felt like you're just losing ground, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to what we map out today.
Okay, let's actually kick things off with the quote straight from the source. It literally says, there are ups and there are nouns in life. Yes, nouns. It's a slightly quirky typo directly from the text, but honestly, I absolutely love it because it sets the stage perfectly with a little bit of humor. It really acknowledges a fundamental truth. Life rarely goes perfectly to script. I mean, you expect an up and down, and life gives you an up and noun. It's totally unexpected, and it forces us to adapt on the fly.
All right, so Section 1, Navigating the Inevitable Downs and Dealing with Life's Fluctuations.
It's pretty much a universal guarantee, isn't it? We are all going to experience challenges. The downs in life aren't some bug in the system. They're a core feature of the journey. But here is a massive, paradigm-shifting reframe from the source. Your most significant personal growth and your evolution, they don't happen when everything is just great. Actually, they generally happen precisely during these difficult downtimes. Really think about that for a second. The very moments you most desperately want to escape from are actually the crucibles where your true evolution is forged. It's wild.
That brings us to Section 2, the trap of smooth sailing and the danger of complacency.
So this actually challenges a super basic human instinct. I mean, we all strive for an easy life, right? We all want to get to a place where the waters are perfectly calm. But the catch is, when things are going smoothly, it is incredibly easy to become complacent. You stop pushing yourself. You stop questioning things. You basically just drift. But when you're suddenly faced with adversity, that's when you get breakthroughs. Adversity is the spark that forces action in both our personal and professional lives. Smooth seas might feel comfortable, but they absolutely do not produce extraordinary results.
Let's move into Section 3, stepping outside the comfort zone and looking at the forcing function of adversity.
So what exactly goes on inside us when we're yanked out of that comfortable little drift? Well, the text explicitly maps out this entire growth process for us. Difficult times act as a seriously strict forcing function. Step 1, they force us to confront our fears. You just can't hide anymore. Step 2, because you're finally facing those fears, you're forced to develop brand new skills just to survive the situation. And then Step 3, the ultimate result of confronting those fears and developing those new skills is that you build deep, lasting resilience. It's essentially a mandatory 3-step sequence triggered entirely by the downs. And as we move through this process, you can really see how the momentum starts to build. When we're shoved out of our comfort zones, we have no choice but to explore new possibilities. And the text points out something profound here. Exploring these new possibilities leads to something way bigger than just surviving. It leads to a much deeper understanding on 2 fronts. First, a deeper understanding of ourselves, like what are we actually capable of? And second, a deeper understanding of the world around us. The adversity literally expands our conscious awareness. It's a real game changer.
Now check this out. You have to create a way where there is no way. This is easily one of the most energetic and focused realizations from the entire source text. It tells us that where there's a will, during the downs, you literally have to manufacture a path. It isn't about finding some hidden, secret door. It's about getting out your tools and building the door yourself when the existing path entirely disappears.
Which leads us to Section 4, the choice between quitting or grit. This is the ultimate decision. Everything we've discussed so far leads directly to this one singular crossroads. When you are staring down a brick wall with absolutely no clear path forward, you're faced with a definitive choice, and the source makes it beautifully simple but incredibly heavy. The absolute easiest thing to do in a moment of adversity is quitting, just walking away. But the hardest thing to do, that's having the grit to pursue your passion anyway. It's easy versus hard, giving up versus pushing through. Now, to really grasp this, we need a slight shift in how we define grit. We're not talking about the standard dictionary definition of just being tough. Here, grit is defined as the specific active choice of pursuing your passion precisely when quitting is calling out to you as the easiest, most rational option on the table. So, grit isn't the absence of wanting to quit. Not at all. It's recognizing that quitting is super easy and consciously choosing to do the hard thing anyway. So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? I mean, why does this matter for you? The text promises that by embracing these downs and actively learning from them, by actually choosing grit over quitting, you don't just survive the storm, you completely transform. You emerge fundamentally stronger, significantly more resilient, and ultimately a much more fulfilled person. The difficult path is exactly what manufactures that deep sense of fulfillment.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. The fluctuations? They're totally guaranteed. The downs are permanently on the schedule. So when they inevitably arrive at your front door, how are you going to respond? Are you going to take the easy way out and embrace complacency? Or will you have the grit to pursue your passion and build your own path? Keep that question in the back of your mind as you navigate whatever life throws at you next. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps reframe your next great challenge.